What's up, everybody? Junior here, and sorry for the late upload. My PC broke. I don't know when it's gonna break again. Maybe like while I'm recording this, maybe not. Well, if I don't upload soon, then it's gonna be broken for sure. But anyways, today's story is about how I got the cops called on me on my first day at a new school. So let's get into it. The story takes place in 2023. And on 2023, I was 13. 13 was a horrible year for me. Nothing went good that year, basically. It was just fucking depression. It was probably the worst year of my life. But anyways, besides that, so like this story takes place in either like February or March. I don't remember. But at the time, I was switching schools. I was like skipping a lot of my old school. Oh yeah, I was in grade 8, by the way. And like I was like skipping a lot. My mom decided to put me in like a new school by her house. Hell, I don't live with I live with my dad now, but I used to live with my mom. I was actually really like sad about moving schools. So that was like the first time I ever moved schools in my life. Like the way my school worked, it was like the one before it, it was like a kindergarten to grade 8. So like I knew like everybody there for like my entire life. Like also I forgot to mention that like my mom, she put me in the same school at the beginning of the year. I only stayed for like a week. Honestly, I don't even know if that counts as my first day. But it was only like a week, so I count it. Like, anyways, like on the first day of school, like my grandma dropped me off. She's like, "Have a good day at school." I'm like, I don't know about that one." I was like fucking like shitting bricks. I was like having like a panic attack. Like I walk up to the office by myself, and her grandma had like work. I go in the office, and like the secretary's like, "Oh, the principal's waiting for you." So I walk into like the principal's office. She's like, "Liam, like good to see you." I sat down. I started talking to her a little bit about like why I moved here and stuff. And she's like, "All right." And she like tells me like my classroom. Like my classroom was on the same like hallway. Like my school had 3 floors, and it was on the same hallway as my the office. So I was like, "Oh fuck, I gotta go to my class now." So I started like walking down like the hallway, right? I had like fucking like tunnel vision. I was like scared as shit. I was dead. I was like about to have like a panic attack. So like I had like the great idea to just go skip. I walked past my class and I just fucking just bust like a right and just go down the stairs and just walk out the door and leave. And because I get very nervous in social settings, like new social settings, I didn't want to be there. I just want to go back to my old school, all my friends. I wasn't planning on coming back like ever. Like this is like the first and last time I'd ever show up in that building. 'Cause I only knew like one person that went there, but I met him like like a year before this, like at a pool once with my friend, and like it just didn't really like make sense for me to be there. Cause like I didn't know anybody and I didn't want nobody. It was like the end of the year too. Like it was like February. Like I wasn't like known anybody for that long. I was like, why the fuck did I even move here in the first place? And like when I left the school, I was like, what the fuck do I do now? Cause like it was like a 10 minute, like 10-20 minute walk from my mom's house. So like I kind of knew the area. Like I didn't know like the area where my school was though. So I just walked for like the area I knew where my mom's house was. Like once I got there, I was like, I'm finna go to McDonald's then. Just go eat breakfast there. There's like nothing else to do. I just skipped it the entire day. I could have went to my mom's house, but at this time I didn't have my key because like I got into like a fight with her. So like literally my only option was going to McDonald's. So, like when I walked into like the McDonald's, right? Like the cashier, like she's like, "What do you want?" And I was like, I'll just take a fucking breakfast burrito." She's like, "Aren't you supposed to be at school?" I was like, "Nah, it's a PA day." She just fucking looking my bag. Yeah, it was pretty awkward. And then I just get my food. I just go sit down. I'm just eating my breakfast burrito. Yeah, I didn't order two for some reason. Like that's the only time. That was like my first time ordering a breakfast burrito. I didn't know how small they were, so I was like, "Damn, bro, I'm still hungry as shit." And I started watching TikTok for a little bit, and my grandma calls me. I ignore it because I thought she like it's not important, and she calls me again. Okay, this is like she doesn't usually call me twice. Like I pick up right, and she's like, "Yo, where are you?" I'm like I couldn't lie because my dad on location. They would have found out either way. So I was like, I'm just at the McDonald's. I'm just eating breakfast. She's like, the cops are here. I was like, what the fuck do you mean the cops are here? Like, the cops are here. They're here for you. So she comes to McDonald's and pick me up, and she drives back. And we walk into the school. Like we walk up the stairs, walk into the office, and I see the cop and my mom sitting away from the principal's desk. I was like, fuck me. Like I should have went to class. It wasn't worth it. Like the cop was like, have a seat. We're looking for you, buddy. I was like, fuck. Yeah, my bad, my bad. And like I just started talking for a while, and I was like, I don't know, I was just scared. I was gonna have like a panic attack or something. And like after like the cop like just says like, just don't do it again. He leaves. But before he leaves, he's like, if he ever catch you doing some shit like this again, we will arrest you. I'm pretty sure you're just trying to scare me going to school, but like, yeah, that's fine. After this, I go to class and I sit next to this one girl. She's giving me a pencil. She was pretty nice. And a few months later, I met like my group of friends there. Actually, like 2 weeks later, I met my group of friends there. They're pretty chill. I actually had a lot of stories with them in those few months I was at that school. I'm gonna be telling them. So yeah. Moral of the story is. Oh, wait, no. I forgot something. I forgot to mention. That's not the only time I got the cops calling me at that school. There's two other times the cops got calling me at that school. One of them's because of a janitor. One of them's because of a fucking dickhead security guard. So I'll be telling those stories soon, maybe if I remember to record it. Well, the more of the story is, don't skip school. I think that's it. I love y'all. Peace.
Junie is approaching your current location.
Tia. I'm so angry! Why? I want to take your life. There'll be nothing left!